Hello and welcome to the MGS COVIDCast. We're your host, Evan.
And Freddie. Welcome every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. We'll sit down with some people of Melbourne Grammar and have a nice chat. Give you something to listen to on lockdown walks, maybe.
Yeah, so for our debut episode, we have some very special guests with us. We have our valiant school captains, Will Flintoft, Ayan Ahmed and Charlie Froome. Say hi, you guys.
G'day.
Hey.
I must say, your guys' introduction was so coordinated.
Thank you.
We planned that for like an hour today.
Yeah,
so
I can see.
Lots of rehearsals went into that.
I guess we'll just jump into it, guys.
How are we feeling about lockdown, boys? Yeah, how are we feeling about lockdown? What are the feelings? What are the vibes?
Extension, not ideal. But, I reckon, people seem to be going okay. Teachers are fantastic. What do you guys think, Cheyenne?
I think
Charles, you wanna...
certainly we're in a better position than a lot of other schools at the moment with the teachers we've got and the cohorts around us. I think. Can everyone hear me? By the way, my computer is so cooked.
It's okay. I definitely agree with you. I think I hear these sort of horror stories of schools where they'll send out an email at the start of the day and they'll say here's the work and they won't do any sort of visual contact. So I definitely reckon we're very, very lucky. Ayan, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure. No. I think in that sense we're very supported. I think we're in good hands in that sense. And yeah, I mean, it's just that, of course, no one really wants to be in this sort of condition for any extended periods of time. But I guess we have to deal with the cards we're dealt, and yeah, but we'll make it through it, and we should be fine. So yeah.
If I do say myself though, we're in very good hands with you three as well, leading us through.
Absolutely.
I do have to say, you guys are taking very good care of us. I think so. We'll run.
That's very
Thank you.
Absolutely. Best captains we could have asked for through this, I reckon. I think a lot of people would agree with us.
Yeah, I think we should get to know our captains a little bit more. So what I think we do is we'd go around, we'll start with you, Will, and tell us your lockdown morning routine before you jump on WebEx for the day. What do you like to do to set yourself up?
My lockdown morning routine. I'm very much of the school of thought that rolling out of bed and into tutor group at 8:29 is not great because you sleep and then you go into tutor group and it's just you're immediately confronted with school. So
what about the personal Will Flintoft point of view?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, so I sort of wake up around 7 o'clock, go for a run, make a coffee, and then I go into WebEx. Yeah, so I like to break it up.
It's pretty nice to read on. What do you do?
Yeah.
For me, I wake up sometime around, I think, say 7:20. Go outside, chill with the cat for a bit, just walk around the backyard. I don't know. Just sort of like to empty my head out before, the start of the day. And then sometime around maybe, I might shower. I do shower, every morning. And sometime around, 8:15, I head into the room and then just get ready for house period or tutor group. And yeah.
Sounds very organized, very diligent.
Yeah. I think you guys are more organized than most of the year level, honestly.
I mean, I can't speak for you, Freddie, but I do the Will Flintoft despised, method.
That's
but hey, it works for me.
Yeah.
I must tell you, your hair is pretty wicked looking in period one spesh sometimes.
It's true blue bedhead, that is. Hey, Charlie, what's
Mine's
your
always
routine,
in
Charlie?
bedhead mode.
Oh my.
Yeah, my morning routine is one day a week, usually on the Monday. I'll have my alarm set for 6:30. I'll look at the alarm, I'll get up and I'll go do a bit of exercise and then come back, have a shower. So whether that's gym or go for a run, whatever. And then I'll be back ready to go for online school after a shower and a good bowl of porridge. However, the other 6 days of the week, while I'll still have my alarm set for 6:30 in the morning, I'll hear it, look at it, think, God no, turn it off and then go back to sleep until 8:29. until
Yes.
I log on to tutor group. So
Good.
that's
Charlie, we
That's
need
it.
to be encouraging good values.
No,
Hey,
good.
hey.
We're getting to know the captains.
I'm
Back
This is
now,
what
that's
they
good.
are.
Wait.
Good one day.
I think there's like a good,
Monday.
I think there's like a good sort of diversity of like intent with us three. I think that's like a good thing.
Yeah, it's good. We're covering all bases with our captains.
Yeah.
Everyone does a very different thing. You know, Charlie's for the people. He does what the majority do.
Yes. Absolutely. I like your method, Charlie. I think a lot of people are in it with us. We'll just have to find them.
That's right,
Yeah.
Freddie. That's right.
But you know how I like to wake up in the morning?
How?
I like to wake up in the morning in a nice hoodie. And speaking of hoodies,
Oh,
you guys knew this was coming.
Okay.
What's
Year
the
12
deal,
hoodies,
lads?
where are they?
All right.
Come
So
on.
actually,
Really?
I think we might defer to you for this.
Yeah, this is on me.
Oh, okay.
This is on me. This one. I reckon I've probably had.
No,
100
it isn't,
people-
Cruzy. It's a whole lot of bureaucratic.
I've had probably 100 people ask me over the last 2 weeks, and the answer that I'll give to you, you know what? I'm going to pull up the email, my last email that I got from the hoodie bloke right now. I'm gonna read it out to you. How about that? Wayne.
We're getting answers. We're getting answers. We like them.
Was this going to be some sort of
Okay, so
COVID
on the
affecting
3rd
supply
of
chain
August,
thing?
Ooh.
On the 3rd of August, I was told, "Hi Charlie, the stock landed on the 21st of July, so won't be far off. I'll get an estimated time of delivery." Subsequently, I've been told, here we go.
The
Got it here.
anticipation.
The
Oh my
product
god,
will
the
land.
suspense is building.
What again?
Ooh.
You ready, boys? You ready? The product will land and be
Yeah.
dispatched
Yep, let's go.
on the 20th of the 8th. So you will see it a couple of days after. That is the latest information on the hoodies,
Okay.
boys.
So by the
Close
time
that
this
up now.
episode goes up, that's 2 days from the release of this episode.
Okay, but the one complication of this is the 2-week extension. So what I think is that whenever we get back to school, they'll be in the office and boys can just
waiting for us.
they'll be in there waiting once we get out.
Like
of
an
Can-
end of lockdown
Can
gift.
we get an
Think of
almost
it.
guarantee of that?
Can we hold you to this?
Can we hold you to it? You've said it on COVIDcast.
Can
It's
we
gotta
hold
be
you
true.
to the
It's-
fact
it's-
that this
it's,
won't
you
be
know-
a repeat of 2018 and Eddie Propper's handling of the whole?
I don't think we should lambast any, school captains, past or present.
Is there such
Yes,
thing
we
as
can give a guarantee that they will be. So what?
a tentative yes? Like a kind of yes?
A tent.
Yeah. I'm
Attentive.
pretty sure.
I think it's a pretty binary thing. Yeah. I think
I
we can say yes. Yes,
They'll be
they
there.
will be
We'll
there.
take a tentative yes at this point anyway. Like,
yeah.
Sure.
We got it, our first big scoop of the podcast. We got it. Hoodies in time for us to head back to school after lockdown. You heard them here first, year 12s. We're finally getting them. So thank you very much to our captains for sorting that out for us. And we know it probably wasn't easy during lockdown. But
I guess you could
thank you
say,
very
Freddie,
much.
Freddie, I guess that you
Yeah.
could say it's a fact that they'll be coming soon. And on that, we'll
That
move
is
into our
true.
next thing that we've got planned. And we want to play a little game with you guys, right? We believe
Yeah.
personally that as school captains, you guys should be very aware of what's happening around in your community. So what we have, listed down in front of us is we've got 6 events that have happened in recent Melbourne Grammar times, right? And we need you guys to tell us whether or not they're fact or fiction. Did these events happen, or did they not? And we'll keep scores. We'll have an
I'll
idea
keep
of who's
score,
the
yeah.
most attentive captain. So how does that sound, guys?
I'm terrified.
Alrighty.
Right, I guess we'll jump
Alright,
into
do
the
you wanna
first
kick us off
event.
with the
I
first
remember
one?
this one
Yeah.
very, very vividly. A little chat with Will Flintoff in the school captain's office, and Will Flintoff said that 7-Eleven coffee was the best in the area around school. Fact or fiction?
Absolute falsehood.
Is this? So this is.
What do we think? Was that
Charlie?
Charlie?
Charlie said
Yep.
fiction.
No
I
way, that's
believe.
Charlie
true.
said fiction. Aeon.
Yeah, I think
Yanni?
it can't be true. No, I think Will likes. I'm not sure where it is, but it's down
Spencer
St
and
Kilda
Larder,
Road,
isn't
not
it?
Domain Road. It's
Spencer and Larder, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
They're pretty
I
good.
don't know the name, but it's definitely not 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Well,
Charlie, do you think... not Charlie, Will, sorry. Do you think that you said at one point that 7-Eleven was the best in the area? Even ironically.
I did not.
Are you
I
sure?
would not
are
stoop
you
to
sure
those
about that?
depths.
Are you
you sure about
100% sure about that?
I am. I'm sure of the words that come out of my mouth. Yes.
Lock it
Well,
in?
that's good.
Lock it in? Yeah.
That's good because we started with an easy one. I'm pretty sure that was obvious that was fiction. So 1 point for you all.
1 point
a
for
good
each
start.
one. Too
Freddie, why don't
easy.
you take this next one? This one.
But I think, yeah, we can head off into, I think one of my fondest memories at Melbourne Grammar, and one that I hold very near and dear to my heart, I think, if it happened. Did it? I guess you guys will have to answer this. But I remember, at one point maybe, that I made an appearance on the MGS Instagram account, where a certain Mr. Guggenheimer was holding me at temperature gunpoint. But did that actually happen?
Is that fact or fiction?
Fact or
Yes.
That's
fiction?
fact for sure.
Charlie,
Oh, wait,
Fact.
Facts.
what do you reckon?
It's a
Can we
fact.
get some shake up in the answers?
I'm gonna say that sounds like a really, really weird thing to make up. So I'm gonna say that it's true. I'm gonna say it's fact.
You guys all sure of that? Because I'd like to think you guys are across the Melbourne Grammar social media.
Yeah. We're just like so, very well connected with the media messaging.
Yeah.
I do know
Of
this.
course.
I'm gonna say fact, and I know this is a fact because I saw the photo and I was
Oh,
stunned at the
okay.
vigor with which the temperature gun was held.
Okay. Well, I guess we can confirm that was in fact a fact. And it did happen. So we have all of our captains on 2. You guys are doing quite well so far.
let's see if we can shake
but
this
I
up a
think
little bit. Now, this
Evan might
is
have a
you know,
curveball for you guys.
it's no secret that I love doing my sort of theatre backstage, So I just wanted to ask you boys, how good was that MGS musical, The Boy from Oz, that we had? What an amazing show. Was that show fact or fiction?
Question about the question. Is it
Ooh. Do we let them have questions?
actually?
Well, let's
Wait, what do you mean? Do you mean the musical that we had? And Evan, you'll know that
we performed. Our performance of that musical was superb, if I do say so myself.
To be mean, I'm gonna go last.
Okay.
Charlie looks a
Charlie and
little
Aeon,
stumped.
which one of you want to knock this off?
Ayan, you go, mate. I've got no idea.
They're both a bit
I'll
stumped.
think.
Alright.
Oh! Okay.
The Boy from Oz. I'm trying to think.
I don't think it was called The
How
Boy
good
from
was
Oz.
it, Aeon?
Why don't I go first?
No, we'll save you for last.
I don't think it was. That's
Melbourne
not.
Grammar puts on some good productions.
Alright, I'm gonna say
It was something
fiction. That wasn't a real thing.
Yeah, I think
Charlie?
it was a different title. I think it was called something else. Like something in a gentleman.
So
Is that
fiction?
was that this one? Fiction, yeah. Yeah, fiction.
I'm
Well,
going to say fiction as well because we were set to do it in 2020, but
yes.
Uh,
Unfortunately,
torpedoed.
that one was fiction. That was set to be last year's production, but we all know what happened, and that didn't happen, sadly. But you know what did happen, Freddie? Some nice
Or did it?
cooking.
Look, we talked about morning routines before, but at the end of a hard WebEx day, I like to settle down with some nice dinner. And I think last year we did have Mr. Hainish teach us how to cook a nice rigatoni. Or did we?
Fact or fiction?
Fact or
boys?
fiction?
oh,
Mr. Hainish's cooking class, rigatoni.
it was. Oh no. He taught something.
He cooked something and he cooked a pasta. And
it was a pasta.
I just don't know if it was
Fact or
rigatoni
fiction?
though. I know it was
Fiction.
onions, tomato, and garlic.
No. I got it. Okay.
Was it?
Wait. Can I go last? Because I think I've got it. I'll
Okay.
go
Yeah,
last.
yeah, and we'll
Alright,
save it for last.
I
Oh, what do
I
you-
know that he cooked pasta. I just don't know if it's rigatoni.
Yeah, I'm with
Fact
Will.
or
Yeah.
fiction,
Do you
Will?
have
That's not an
anything?
answer.
Okay, fine. I will go with look. I'm gonna go with fiction because I don't think it's rigatoni.
Interesting.
Charlie,
interesting.
fact or fiction?
Rumsey?
Look, I'm going to say fact. Mr. Hanish cooks up some nice pastas. I'm going to guess rigatoni.
Okay,
I'm going to guess
okay.
rigatoni's one of them. Yeah.
All right.
And you
Yanni.
think you've got it?
All
What
right,
do you have?
I'll seal the deal. I'm gonna go with fiction because I remember watching that video and it was actually linguine americana. So
You watched the video.
it's fiction. that was the only one I
I-
watched.
Got it. It was. It was
Absolutely.
linguine. I can't remember how to say it. Like
Frimsy, I cooked it and sent him a photo.
oh my goodness.
Linguine amorochetti or something. I forgot how to say it properly, but
Rumsey is left behind
Yeah.
on 3 points while we have Yanni and Will battling.
It was a
out
very,
at
I
4
must admit, it was a
points.
very lonely Friday night that I watched it, and I didn't actually cook it. No, seriously, I had nothing else to watch, and I had to open up the canvas, and I was like, all right, screw it, I'll just watch this. And
Jesus.
the next day I did try, did not end up well, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
linguine.
I remember I did it, but I really, really overcooked the onions, so it ended up being this like kind of blackened, sort of calcified lump that sort of sat on the plate like a bit of a brick.
By any chance,
maybe
was it
you should give
actually
it another
Metriciana?
COVID lockdown.
Was it a Metriciana? Is that how you
Yeah,
pronounce
I think
it?
that's how you
that's
say
what it
it, yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my
I don't
favourite
know.
shows.
that's
I
how you
looked up a
pronounce
YouTube
it.
video of it, and I still can't remember how to say it.
Do I get a point for that? Because I
But yeah,
didn't pronounce it properly.
you know, give you a half.
No, I
point.
don't think so.
Oh,
Give him a half point. Give him a half
We'll
point.
give him a half
Because that
point.
ship sailed.
Look, so Ayan was bored that one night that he watched it. But Ayan, you know what you should be doing instead of that? Some
Yep.
light reading. Now, do we all remember when Mr. Grutzner recommended an issue of Grammar News as his top 5 recent reads? Is that event fact
Was
or
Mr.
fiction?
Grutzner a bit narcissistic in his recent reads?
You know, we love
Wait,
this.
so in recent reads, do you mean this year?
When it was posted.
When it was posted, you know how he sometimes does this. Like,
Yeah.
I've been reading this.
Yeah.
This was good.
Mm.
Did he or did he not recommend an issue of Grammar News? In his
I'm
recent
gonna
read?
I'm gonna say no because the ones that I do remember have been novels or Netflix documentaries or the occasional non-fiction book. So I'm gonna guess that it's fiction.
Alright. Yanni and Frumsy, anything from you guys? What do we
I'm gonna
reckon?
have to say, I think, I don't know. There's been that many posts of his, but I'm gonna have to say that I think I have a memory of him, mentioning that Grammar News was one of his recent reads. So yeah, fact.
We'll see if that's a false memory or not. Frumsy, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Ayan here. I have a feeling he might have at one stage recommended a Grammar News. I'm not sure though. I just remember him reading one of my dad's books. That's sort of all I remember. The gut reloaded. Like, get on that, boys. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say fact.
Another cheeky
Fact.
plug.
Lock it in.
Freddie, what is it, Freddie?
Well, what I'm in the mood for in September 2020 is a June 2020 issue of Grammar News, and it looks like Grutzner was in the same mood because he did recommend it at one point.
Dub.
So,
Nice.
Bit of a shake-up in the
Well-
standings now. What do we
Yeah,
have? Ayan
yeah.
on 5, Frumsy on 4.5, and Will on 4.
we do. So, I guess, Evan, being a cricketer, you can bat it out of the park with this last one.
I see what you did there. No, do we love cricket, boys? Because I sure do love cricket. Ayan, I remember you when you opened the bowling for the 9Bs or something.
The 10 Bs actually, yeah.
10Bs?
Yeah, no. I do
Well-
like cricket, yeah.
I don't know if this was in your cricket time, but it was such a privilege to have Ricky Ponting come to one of our Melbourne Grammar cricket dinners. Fact
Or
or
was it?
fiction?
I reckon I'll start it. I think fiction, because he was actually at one of our assemblies. I'm not sure if it was at the cricket dinner, but I remember him being at the assembly. So I think fiction for this one. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Will or Frimsy?
I reckon. I don't know. Look, is this the last question?
This is the last question.
All right. Well,
It
I'm
might
going to
be.
need to make a big play in order to take the lead here. So, while yes, Ricky Ponting did come and speak at an assembly, I know he's got a kid at Grimway, doesn't he? Something like that. So it might not be unrealistic that he spoke at a cricket dinner as well. So in order to take the lead, I'm going to have to go against Ayan and say that it is a fact, and that he did indeed speak at a cricket dinner.
Fact.
But yeah, lock it in.
Okay. Will?
I think I'm gonna go with Ayan and say that it's fiction. If he spoke at assembly, that it's unlikely. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's fiction.
Well,
Well,
Evan?
I will
We've got one
reveal
that
to you boys, it
stumps
may have
the
been a
captains.
little unfair to include this question because I think it was a little before our time, but my brother does parade around the house telling me his stories of when he presented a speech at a cricket dinner and made a certain Mr. Ricky Ponting laugh at that cricket dinner. It is a fact. Ricky Ponting was at an MGS cricket dinner.
Charlie
means-
takes it, huh?
So, from the first person to fall behind at the third question, we do have Froomsy taking out the win at 5.5 points, with Ayan and Will at 4 points.
Wow.
Jeez.
But you all did
Boys,
very well for the
it pays
6
to be
questions
brave.
that we had.
Got to be brave. You got to be willing to pull yourself out.
Exactly.
Boys.
Amen.
We can see all of our captains are pretty clicked into it.
Lessons from Quincy pays to be brave.
Exactly.
Well,
Wow.
on that
Well, we
note-
can see all our captains are clicked in.
But I think it's good that, like, between us, we got the questions correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Collectively, you got them all right. So
Yeah.
good work. Good work.
We did not
Um,
stump you there. But I guess on that note, thanks for coming on, boys. We'll keep it short and sharp and sweet. Hope you
Thank you
enjoyed.
for listening to the COVIDcast as well, to those who listened to it.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed the little game we played, lads. And it's nice to know that our best captain is Charlie Frooms. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for listening to COVIDcast for everyone that did. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for while lockdown is on at evanandfreddy.com/COVIDcast. Did the captains want to wrap up with any final words?
I think that, like, from us three, thanks so much, guys, for putting these sorts of things on. I am really looking forward to the future guests that you guys end up having. Some very famous names around the school as potential future guests. Yeah, and I think it's a really good way to get us all through lockdown. So thanks so much, boys.
Thanks,
yeah,
boys.
definitely. Thank you very much, Evan and Freddie. I hope that we get some good engagement here, and this will probably be a good way for the boys to, I don't know, maybe smile a few times a day or every couple of days during lockdown. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Good stuff,
All right.
boys. Good stuff.
Alrighty. Thank you very much.